very beneficial to him because he's a smooth operator. The reason why I think Andre Dirrell is a great fighter, because a great young prospect, because he's a good boxer. He takes his time to set the shots up, and hey, he's gonna be outstanding tonight.
Well, Chris Holt looking good. He is ready for action, but he knows he is definitely an underdog, because here comes the hometown hero, Andre Ward. Grew up just 40 miles from here in Oakland, California. Let's listen to the reception.
I think he saying, I got my smooth music. I came out different than anybody. Remember, Roy Jones came out singing and rapping. He came out entirely different. A whole different mood.
No doubt a very special feeling for Andre Ward. Once again, fighting right near his hometown of Oakland, California. Guys, before it is fight time, it's time for our predictions. Getting a good look at Andre Ward. He says he's dedicating this fight to his father. It's been almost 3 years since he passed away. All right, gentlemen, prediction time. And Andre Ward, he's a special kid, no doubt. I don't know how high he's going to climb up the boxing ladder, but he's definitely going to win tonight. I've got him winning this one in 5 rounds. Sal, you're never good at this stuff.
I'm always good at this stuff. I got him going to the decision because he wants to entertain everybody with his skills.
I got him going out in 4 rounds. I think, like my man John says, he likes to put on the show before he ends it.
All right, let's see if his actions live up to our words. Right now, let's send it down to Barry Tompkins and Rich Murata. Barry, by the way, I realized we're outnumbered by the bald guys 3-2 tonight.
I know, that's very true, and I wanted to mention to you, too, this was my bar mitzvah suit.
Good, you look good, buddy.
Thank you so much. Still fits. It's amazing, isn't it? Rich, I think Andre Ward had to have looked at what Andre Dirrell did, and I thought Andre Dirrell's performance was pretty slick. Right. I would think that'll give Andre Ward a little bit more impetus.
Yeah, I think so, but he's got an impetus enough tonight. I think just from being in this hometown situation, the night of the Olympians, etc. And the thing is, he's been developing. I expect him to get better here tonight because he's been developing. Look at that strong left jab that he showed in his last fight with Ben Aragon. He outclassed Aragon. This was a most impressive performance for the young Ward, and I thought at this point, with the fight was stopped, 4 fights, each one better than the one before. Andre Ward is showing he is learning lessons in the gym and applying them in the ring.
Yeah, that's what I really like about him. He says, I take a little something out of every fight and bring it with me to the next fight. It's all learning process. It's exactly what's happening. Let's take a look at the Hooters tail of the tape, see how these two match up with one another. Andre Ward, of course, undefeated in his 4 fights, fighting the most experienced fighter that he will have seen. A guy with 16 fights. Chris Holt has won 12 of those 16, and 8 of them by knockout. The biggest problem for Chris Holt, of course, going to be very much what Juan Camacho had to deal with against Andre Dirrell, and that is trying to get inside the jab of Andre Ward. With that, let's go to the center of the ring and Jimmy Lennon. Jimmy.
Well, fans, that coming your way is a special attraction in the middleweight division, and it's all brought to you courtesy of Goose and Tudor Promotions in association with Roy Jones Square Ring, Inc. Introducing to you our judges scoring this bout from ringside, Jack Campbell, Marty Salmon, and Dave Nelson. And our third man in the ring, Marcos Rosales. All right, fans, here we go with a middleweight special attraction scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue trunks with white lettering and hailing from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. He weighed in at 159 pounds. His record 12 wins, 4 losses, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Christopher Kryptonite Holtz. And his opponent across the ring, he is ready to go on my right. Fighting in the blue corner, wearing silver trunks with red lettering. He is proudly representing the Bay Area and fighting out of his home of Oakland, California. His his weight, 159 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with 4 wins, no losses, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the sole U.S. gold medalist in boxing in the 2004 Olympic Games. Please welcome the undefeated Andre S.O.G. Ward. Once again, a referee in charge, Marcos Rosales, now to give instructions. 6 rounds of boxing scheduled.
Let's go, Chris. Gentlemen, we're going 6 rounds. Understand this, okay? That's a low blow. That's good. Here we go. Touch him up. Keep it clean.
Take a look at the rules here in the state of California. The 10-point must system scoring, of course. 3 knockdown rule not in effect. There won't be a standing 8th count. A fighter can't be saved with a bell in any round except the last round. That's the one rule that is a little bit different. The referee or the doctor can stop the fight. And if there's a headbutt, we go to the showed something. Yeah, I think that was the learning process in that fight, and certainly in his second fight, he got clocked and came back from that. And by his own admission, he said, you know, he got hurt.
He was, but you know, the thing is every fighter has to face some adversity, and he found out right then, his second pro fight, that he can face adversity, be hurt, and come back. You have to learn how to be able to collect yourself, gather yourself, Barry, survive, and then come back to fight another round.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And every fighter says, you know, until you get hit, you don't know how you're going to come back. Well, Andre Ward knows, and he learned it early in his career.
Ward here has totally taken the play away from Holt, who wanted to be the aggressor, really, you know, bang with Ward right from the beginning.
Yeah, make him fight, get him into not a street fight so much, but make him fight with him rather than box with him.
Back up. Hands up. Box.
Let's go to Sean O'Grady right now with a little something on Chris Holt. Sean?
Thanks, Barry. You know, Chris wanted to get in this fight, move forward, stay down low, and attack, and bob and weave. He's out of that technique right now. He's backing up. This is a fighter, too, that does not know how to back up in the ring. It's a dangerous position, especially when you're fighting somebody like Andre, guys.
Well, he's given away a lot of height. He's given away a lot of reach, and if he's going to have any chance in this fight, that's a push. That is not a knockdown. But if he's going to have any chance, he's got to get inside the jab of Andre Ward, which he has been absolutely unable to do thus far.
You know, I've seen that last little tactic of just pushing the guy down. I saw George Foreman do that once to an opponent, Boone Kirkman.
Well, you push me, I push you.
And it was by plan when Foreman did it with Boone Kirkman. He wanted to show him how strong he was. He went right across at the opening bell and just threw him down.
Well, that jab is a really nice weapon.
Ward gets around that ring very well. Good jabber.
Good balance. Snaps the jab. It's not just the jab that he shows. I mean, it's an effective weapon for him. That's not a knockdown either, although I'll tell you what, there was a punch involved there. Tried to shoot that left uppercut like Andre did that.
I'm just...
Andre Ward wanted to let him know he could out-strength him in the first round. Look how he just threw Holt to the canvas. Once a little bit later, he'll cuff him to the canvas with his left hand. Neither of those knockdowns, but still they send a little message.
That's how Holt is trying to rush in, and that's not an easy thing to do against the guy with an effective jab like Andre Ward. The time he got in for the first time and scored a couple of times to the body.
Between rounds, John Hoffman, the trainer of Chris Holt, was telling him, just throw punches. Don't care where they land. Land them on the arm, on his shoulders, on his elbows, wherever. Let him feel you. Let him start wearing him down. Try to take those legs away if you can.
Another George Foreman theory. Hit him anywhere.
Ward, for his part, is a lot more of a sharpshooter.
Ward, even in the short frame of time that he's been a professional, you could see his improvement. Just his movement in the ring, his confidence in his punches.
Well, too, Barry, you know, as you go along, you fight a little bit more orthodox fighters than you do at the very beginning. You know, then you fight guys who really know how to fight. You actually have a chance to better display your skills.
Sean O'Grady is in the corner of Andre Ward. Sean?
Well, Virgil Horner, the chief trainer over here, was saying to Andre, he's saying, get in the zone. I want you to relax a little bit. Sometimes, especially when you're fighting in front of your own crowd, your home, you want to kind of force your punches. All Virgil wants him to do is relax and let the combinations flow. It'll all come together. Don't try to knock him out. Try to put the combinations together, and he'll fall, guys.
Well, you know, my feeling and what I'm looking at here is that he's very relaxed in there. He's not trying to rush anything or do anything untoward.
The danger, though, fighting in your hometown when there's a lot of hometown buildup, and there has been for a month here in the Bay Area. That's a stinging left hook, Barry.
Sure is.
You know, the danger is, and you've seen it so many times with fighters. We saw Dominic Nguyen when he took on Monty Barrett. Earlier this year, Corey Spinks didn't seem totally focused when he fought Zab Judah when he was in his home. And Evander Holyfield when he fought Bert Cooper. Time and again, you know.
Nice combination. A right hand and a left hook behind it, and another left hand. That was really just a jab, and it got Holt going backward.
That left hook is whistling tonight.
A little headbutt from Holt.
Holt is coming off a very good victory over Troy Lowry. Good, close, and bloody fight.
Yeah, there was a headbutt involved there, too. They had to go to the scorecards, and Holt was ahead on the cards at the time the fight was stopped in the 5th round.
Yeah, but he can't get close enough so far to Ward to get him in a fight.
Now, Ward looking very, very sharp. End of round 2. Well, still to come, our main event in the heavyweight division. Audley Harrison will get it on with the tough Robert Wiggins. Meanwhile, we begin the 3rd round. Andre Ward and Chris Holt. And a good left hand from Ward. That's not a knockdown.
But Holt in this round is rushing him, Barry, and he's trying to turn it into, if he can. I think he feels that his best chance is to really is to turn it into a street fight.
Ward just sharpshooting. Very good with the left hand. Another good left hand by Ward. Brings the crowd out of its seat.
Really impressed with the left hook that Andre's throwing tonight.
That was a right hand lead and a left hook behind it, and another left hand from Ward.
And Holt is firing back.
Holt will get up, but he is not on real steady pins. Long way to go here in the 3rd round.
I don't expect Andre to go wild here because he has a pretty calm demeanor in that ring, as he does out of it.
Left hand again slipped in.
He's looking to set him up again for another combination.
Boy, he slipped a really quick uppercut in there. That was a nice punch. There's that jab. And he's starting to bust up Chris Holt now.
Andre Ward is showing a hard jab tonight. It's such a very good offensive weapon for him.
Boy, it is. It's a good jab. You know, some fighters would just show a jab and use it as a measuring stick more than anything else.
Right.
That's not the case here.
I don't like that rangefinder jab, that probing jab. What you're seeing here from Andre Ward tonight is using a jab to hurt an opponent.
Absolutely.
He's starting to really break up.
That's a knockdown. His knee hit the canvas. And I'm not sure how much more Chris Holt wants.
6, 7, 8. Very good. Very good. 2.
Good left hand. This is not going to go much longer. And the knee, and that's no 3 knockdown rule, but let's see.
They'll count right through the bell. See if he gets up. It's the body shots that are really in this round also really bringing him to his knees, literally.
Yeah. That was a huge, huge round for Andre Ward. I mean, there's nothing to criticize Andre Ward about at all.
The fight may not continue. There'll be some drama over in the corner.
I just got a couple things to tell you. Just breathe deep, get yourself together. He ain't gonna recover from that. The punches are staying with him, okay? Start him out with a jab, start bringing the combination.
They're gonna stop this fight. And I think it's well stopped. I'll tell you, there's just no criticizing what we saw from Andre Ward tonight. I mean, he was the whole package, in my opinion.
It's an impressive performance. I thought his first round may have been just a little tight, but his second and third round, you know, showing more and more skills, tools, every fight, Barry.
Yeah, well, we said. I mean, he's a guy who really understands his position and where he is. Take a look at the knockout.
See where he strikes that jab from way down low. Tommy Hearns was expert at doing that, and you can throw it down low when you've got that kind of quickness. Look at those body shots. They were just breaking him down. They were the difference in the end, where he had busted him up in the face earlier in the last round. Those last knockdowns really caused a lot by those body shots. By this time, Holt was just about all through. He kept hitting him to the body, and each time he did there, he fell.
Well, I mean, a very impressive performance. I don't think there's any grade to give him but an A here tonight. If there's anything, it's, as you said, maybe a little slow in the first round. Audley Harrison and Robert Wiggins when we come back.
Yeah, he got the pink shirt on.
We welcome you back to the HP Pavilion. We are in San Jose, California. The two Andres have put another notch on their belt. Still to come, the gold medalist from the 2000 Olympics in the heavyweight division, Audley Harrison, will get it on with a very tough Robert Wiggins.
Well, times have changed. The United States don't win many Olympic gold medals these days, but this fellow, Andre Ward, in the white trunks here, has won 3 out of 3 so far, and he won the gold medal at the last Olympic Games at light heavyweight. Fighting, though, as a pro, as a middleweight, so the weight's coming off. Had 1 stoppage win so far, and in with Ben Aragon in the black trunks here, fighting out of Billings, Montana, which is horse whisperer country, if my Hollywood recollections are right.
Well, the first thing I like about Ward is what you've just mentioned. Boxes amateur at light heavyweight and comes down 2 weight divisions, so this proves the work ethic is there. He's taken this game serious, he's shed all the excess pounds, and I tell you, he's looking in excellent shape there. Good sharp start from him.
Flicking out the jab. Fights out of Oakland, California, which is just across the bridge from San Francisco. Nice fast jab. Only his 4th pro outing. 21 years of age. Married with kids already.
I mean, it's going to be some time before he sheds all of his amateur habits. There's some of the little moves, the single flicking style jabbing he does now and again. He'll develop as he comes along. But seems to have good reflexes, good movement. We'll find out about the power. Only 1 stoppage so far.
Aragon, by the way, is having his 8th fight in 7 months. He's won 4 out of 7 so far, 2 defeats and a draw. Hasn't fought anybody much, but he's never been stopped. Can Ward do that? Nice and accurate with the jab. Andre Ward. There was only one other American medal winner in Athens at the last Olympics. That was Andre Durrell at middleweight. When you think back to 1984, when they had the likes of Holyfield, Mark Breland, Virgil Hill, Maldrick Taylor, Tyrell Biggs, I think Frank Tate was in that team, and a few others besides. So, you know, it's a worry, isn't it, for them?
Yeah, it's amazing the way. I mean, even at the top level, not too many actually Americans dominating these days. But Ward looks as though he has a bright future ahead of him, moving around nicely, just keeping this fellow under control in the opening round, not in too much of a hurry, picking some nice educated little shots.
Just dominating behind the jab, which is a punch they don't usually give you much credit for in the amateurs, so he's adapted his style a little bit for the professional ranks. Wins the first round easily enough.
There you go.
Virgil Hunter there is the guru, manager, trainer, godfather to the children, everything for Andre Ward.
If you start showing him that flick, okay?
Well, it's nice to get them on the right road and keep them there. Nice if someone's showing influence. But he's picked the punches nicely. The jab was working beautifully all the way through the opening round. Didn't take much in return.
Second round here then, and Olympic gold medal winner for the United States, Andre Ward, in the white and red. And has won the first round easy enough against journeyman Ben Aragon, who's 28 already, from Montana. win some, lose some kind of operator in his early career.
And that jab is working so well. Yep, everything comes from the jab. Yep, somebody's been teaching him something. Good body shot too.
Looking flashy, a lot trimmer than he was in his amateur days when he won that gold medal, I remember, at light heavyweight. Now on middleweight, lovely left hook, this time to the temple of the outclassed Aragon. We kind of knew that really going into this fight. He's finding it a bit too much, can't cope with the angles, the speed, the class of the fellow in front of him. Tough night's work, eh?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, what a difference in performance from Ward. I mean, in the opening round, we were just having a look, finding out what would work. The jab was working, the hooks at the straight right, and he's just moved into higher gear now and really taken charge. Signs are Aragon may want out of there quite soon.
Yeah, we said he'd never been stopped, but he might do well to get through 6 rounds of this. That jab really jolted back his head there. He walked onto it. Of course, when you think back to the last American to win a gold medal at the Olympics, that was David Reed. It never quite happened for him in the pros, did it? Not really.
I mean, he walked right forward and delivered the left hook there like a southpaw. He actually stepped forward with his right leg and then shot the left hand. And this fella's got some really original ideas on what he does. Quite impressed. Lovely left hook.
He looks a proper fighter, doesn't he?
I actually wonder if he's left-handed. That move has me thinking he may be left-handed. If that's the case, even these jabs will be hurtful.
Yes, usually left-handers are southpaws, but of course Andre Ward boxing out of the orthodox style. If he is left-handed, he'll have extra weight in his jab. He's feeling that jab all right, Aragon.
Yeah, I think all ambition has been knocked out of Aragon now. I think he's just thinking, can I survive here, earn my wages?
Oh, big shot that one. Left hook, bent his knees a bit, looked a bit groggy, soaked it up. He's game and courageous, but outclassed, and the referee just might have to start taking a slightly closer look at young Ben Aragon in there at the moment.
Well, it looks as though he's going to survive this round, but I wonder if the corner really want to send him back out again. And that was nice. And he's evasive boxing, a beautiful left hook. That's what makes me wonder, is he left-handed?
This was a super shot. Woof.
See, that had the look of a converted southpaw, the way he stepped forward. See, he sees legs changing, and bang, in he goes. Lovely punch.
Box!
And here's round 3. White trunks of Andre Ward, the Olympic star. As I mentioned, David Reed, who didn't come off in the Olympics. There have been plenty who have for the United States, including Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard, and I needn't really go on. Very accurate, can't miss Aragon, no head movement from him, defence not tight enough, looked like he just slipped there.
I was saying in the opening round, still has a few of his amateur traits, but he's looking a lot more professional since then. I think he was just having a little look in the opening round. He looks now as though he's developing a real nice professional style.
He's just pushed him down again then, but before that there was a lovely left uppercut from Ward. It looks as if he's got a bit of quality about him.
He's turned to southpaw there, Ian. There he's actually turned to southpaw. I wondered about that earlier. Yep, beautiful punch.
Good time stoppage. It's over in the 3rd round. Ben Aragon is stopped for the first time by this quality youngster, Andre Ward, of whom you will be hearing more. I like the look of that. Wasn't up against much tonight, and you have to take that into account. Was able to do everything he wanted, but didn't he do that with a nice, polished, classy style?
Well, I didn't see anything I didn't like. This little fella did his best to stay with him, but it was always well beyond him. But everything about Ward, there was sharp, concentration was good, the power was there, all the punches. I had the feeling earlier that he may have been a converted southpaw, and I see that he's just chatting with Roy Jones, so he's keeping himself in good company. But that was impressive. This time he'd actually turned to southpaw, which I think he finds much more natural, so he's looking for the powerful shot. He wants the left hand to be doing the damage, and there it certainly did the damage there at that time. That was a beauty.
Terrific performance tonight, Jim, wasn't it, from him?
Yep, everything, nothing I would change. That was spot on.
4 out of 4 for Andre Ward.